else.
Yeah, we're on a mission.
We're looking for information about your ancestor, Mark. Do you know anything about him?
Ah, Mark. Oh, that brings us right back to the Sky Crane cake. He was the one responsible for the first ever Sky Crane cake.
Sunny skies above, cranes soaring through the air. What's the meaning behind the cake's name?
It all goes back to the town's rebuilding. The restoration was already a major challenge. Then the region was hit with a once-in-a-century rainy season. The endless rain not only dampened spirits, but also washed away the new foundations they were trying to build. They had to work around the clock to repair the damage. While the adults were hard at work, even the children helped by carrying stones and wood. Some of them lugged materials that were taller than they were. My ancestor wanted to do something special. When he heard a child's birthday was coming up, he decided to bake her a cake.
Back then, it must have been really tough to find ingredients for a cake.
Exactly. My ancestor was ready to give up, but all the townsfolk pitched in, bringing what little ingredients they could spare, delivering them in secret. With those precious ingredients, he spent several nights perfecting a cake that turned out sweet and delicious. The sweetness of the cake reminded the children of sunny days and paper cranes. Everyone who tasted it said it felt like witnessing Florawish come back to life. And so, the Sky Crane cake was born, passed down through generations ever since.
The people back then must have tasted the hope for the future in that cake.
A simple cake that can lift spirits during dark times, intertwining humanity's fragility and strength in fascinating ways. Calamities can destroy homes in an instant, but as long as hope remains, even the faintest glimmer of light is enough to help people rebuild.
When Mark gave that paper crane to Du Qingchuan, he must have wanted to convey that hope.
Speaking of paper cranes, Mr. Fournier, is it possible your ancestor ever studied abroad in the Linlang Empire?
My ancestor's name was Mark, but he never left Wishfield. He can't be the one you're looking for. I'm sorry. I wish I could be more help.
No need to apologize. Your story gave me some new insight, so it wasn't a wasted trip.
That rules out another one, leaving us with only one person left to ask. Elettra.
The problem is, we have no idea where she is right now.
Elettra? I know her. If you want to find her, I might be able to help. She mentioned that she was working on designs for a new dream warehouse entrance the other day. She's probably on site, inspecting the dream warehouse right now. You might want to check over there.
Great! That's a solid lead.
A few days from now, I'll be performing on my ship, the White Jade. I'd love to invite everyone from Ray and Wings to join.
I'll go! Fournier, say yes, please!
I didn't say no.
Great! Then we're going for sure!
Now that this matter is settled, it's time to search for the final person. Just thinking about meeting the last possible descendant of Mark is making me feel a bit anxious. What if she isn't the one I'm searching for?
I understand how you feel. You've got high hopes for this story. But sometimes, life doesn't play out as perfectly as we want. Why don't you head back to the White Jade and rest up? Take a breather.
Yeah, you've been on your feet for hours. Take it easy for a bit.
All right, I'll return to the White Jade for now. Once I've cleared my head, I'll meet you at the Dream Warehouse Tower.
It's so quiet around here. Oh no. Did we miss her again?
Wait, did you hear that? It sounds like someone calling for help. It's coming from the archive room.
Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm Elettra, just your average architect. If your house gets flooded, struck by lightning, burned to the ground, or even if someone destroys it on purpose, give me a call.
That's a unique way to say thanks.
Wait, Elettra, we were actually looking for you.
Looking for me? Oh no, did I forget about a project deadline?
Don't worry. We just wanted to ask if you had an ancestor named Mark.
Why would you want to know that?
My ancestor was saved by a man named Mark. I'm looking for his descendants to learn more about his story.
I do have an ancestor named Mark, but I'm not sure if he's the one you're looking for. I remember seeing something about him in a journal while looking through records of the town's reconstruction. Let me think. Oh, it's on that bookshelf. Here it is.
Wait, the last part is missing.
It only goes up to when the author was 39 years old.
My ancestors studied abroad, but his heart always remained in his homeland. When he heard that Mayor Lilina had organized the reconstruction of Florawish, he immediately returned and threw himself into the effort. He worked tirelessly every day, trying to rejuvenate the town as quickly as possible so that people could have homes again. Unfortunately, he overworked himself and passed away at 39. That's all the info we have about him. There's no mention of any heroic rescues. I'm not sure if he's the person you're looking for.
How can that be? This was our last clue.
Master Do.
I was worried about this. If the search leads to a dead end, what do I do? But now, the answer doesn't seem as important as I once thought. There are lots of people like Miss Elettra's ancestor. When they chose to act, I'm sure they didn't care about being remembered or the outcome of their efforts. It seems that this paper crane can't be returned to its original owner. But now that it's back in Florawish, it has found its rightful place.
In Florawish's culture, a paper crane represents a wish in flight. Although my ancestor never lived to see Florawish revived, his wish for his homeland was fulfilled. Today is the perfect day to release a paper crane, even if he wasn't the person from your story. Let's let the paper crane soar and show him the Florawish of today. Would you join me tonight at the Dream Warehouse's highest point to release the paper crane?
I'll be there.
Mama and I will join you too.
Before that, I'd like to stay here a little longer and learn more about the town's reconstruction. Miss Elettra, would you be willing to tell me more about it?
There are plenty of stories to share. I'll tell you all about them.
Yup.
Paper crane, set sail.
Florawish is so beautiful.
Ever since I was a small child, the elders in my family would proudly tell us the entire reconstruction of Florawish was based on blueprints drawn by our ancestor Mark. Every road I walked on and every view I saw was shaped by his dedication. He even wanted to rebuild the dream warehouse, but illness cut his plans short. I want to carry on his legacy. Walking every path he mapped, and seeing every building he designed. I need to continue my inspection somewhere else. I hope the next time we meet, I won't be as disheveled as I am today.
Wait, Miss Electra, a few days from now, I'll be performing a new song aboard the White Jade. I'd love for you to come see me play.
Of course. If I'm free, I'll definitely be there.
We've gone all over the place, but we still haven't figured out which Mark is the one we're looking for.
Master Dew, what about your new song?
It's all right. I think I finally understand why Mark returned to Wishfield. He came back because of a dream. Every one of us dreams of finding peace in our homelands. It was his dream and the dream of so many. Whether it's Wishfield or the Linlang Empire, for centuries, under those forgotten names are living, breathing people. Time has washed away their stories, burying them and leaving them forgotten. But they became the foundation for a new life, leaving traces of themselves in the people who followed. Even if no one remembers their names, they're still here. I've seen the beauty of Florawish, and I've found many marks. In a way, that means I've fulfilled my ancestors' promise. I'm eager to start writing my new song, Nikki, Momo. Without you and the people of Florawish, I might have given up long ago. Please make sure to join us aboard the White Jade for the performance. I've reserved the best seats for the two of you.
We wouldn't miss it. We can't wait to hear you perform. Yep.
Nikki, that performance was perfect. Let's go congratulate her. Master Du, that was an amazing show. Congratulations.
Finally, one less thing to worry about.
We We should celebrate the successful performance. Oh, let me take a group photo to mark the occasion.
After performing for decades, I thought I'd be used to singing in front of people. But today, I felt just as nervous as my very first time on stage. Did I sing well? Do you think my ancestor, Mark, and the people of Flourish, did they enjoy the performance?
I'm sure they loved it.
I was so captivated that I almost forgot to breathe. It wasn't until the very end that I finally exhaled.
This happy ending was all thanks to you and the townsfolk. I haven't even properly thanked you yet. I'm so grateful for this journey, to see the lands of that old promise. In this season that's perfect for traveling, I followed the path of fate here. I heard so many touching stories and formed new bonds with you all.
Speaking of bonds, now that the performance is over, you'll probably be heading off somewhere else, right? Who knows when we'll meet again?
Don't worry about that, Momo. Master Du will sail the White Jade to many places and experience lots of new stories, and she'll bring Linlong stories to others. And we'll continue on our own journeys. With fate guiding us, I'm sure our paths will cross again.
With my sharp eyes, I'll be the first to recognize Master Du, and I'll shout her name super loud!
Exactly. Just like Nikki says. Though the song may end, the bonds we formed will continue on. Just like the waters of the world will always reunite, we will meet again.